Hulu is cranking out the hits, and Dying for Sex is their latest gem. Make sure you have tissues handy for this one. Dying for Sex is a dramedy miniseries on Hulu about a woman named Molly Koshin, played by Michelle Williams. She leaves her husband of 15 years to explore her sexuality and decides to live out her remaining years alongside her best friend Nikki, played by Jenny Slate, when she's diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. The series is inspired by the 2020 Wondery podcast, Dying for Sex, that chronicled the journey of the real Molly. I didn't listen to the podcast, but I did do a quick Google search of Molly to just have an overall idea of what I was about to get myself into before watching this show. I already knew with the subject matter I would pretty much be emotional watching, but man, oh man, I still wasn't prepared. Dying for Sex is such a beautiful roller coaster of emotions. The show wastes no time getting viewers caught up on the state of Molly's current mindset. She's unhappy in her marriage, and she has never been sexually fulfilled by a partner, including her husband Steve, played by Jay Duplass. When her cancer comes back, the idea of dying forces Molly to live out all the things she truly wanted with the little time she has left. And what she really wants to have is an orgasm with another person. There jumps her sexual odyssey with her outspoken bestie Nikki there along the way until the very end. I mentioned earlier that this show is a dramedy, and it's the perfect balance of those two genres, drama and comedy. I was laughing, then I was crying, I was crying, then I was laughing. Sometimes both at once. I was literally that Pedro Pascal meme.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing.
I went through so many tissues watching the show, and it touched me in a way I didn't expect. I loved how the show embraced how vulnerable, intense, and powerful it can be to hone your sexuality and your sensuality. I absolutely adored the friendship between Molly and Nikki. They were dependent on each other in a way that seemed chaotic, but also genuine. Sissy Spacek also appears in the show as Molly's mom, and I want to offer up a trigger warning because with that plot line, it dives into sexual assault, specifically sexual assault of a child. So be warned when those moments come up in the show. Michelle Williams gave a beautiful performance of someone accepting that death was imminent, but pushing through as hard as she could to soak up every ounce of the time she had left on Earth. Dying for Sex touched on the effects of cancer tastefully, I think. It showed how Molly's diagnosis impacted her relationships and what it did to her body. Her sexual exploration, of course, is a big plot of the show, so there are many graphic depictions of sexual acts throughout, but I don't think they were gratuitous. The show is called Dying for Sex. There's going to be sex in it. Those moments stirred up emotions in me and in my own life and in my own sexual experiences or lack thereof. So I was on board with Molly's antics. Get yours, girl. I know what happened to Molly in real life, so I figured I knew where the story was going, and I still wasn't ready. I pretty much sobbed throughout the entire final episode. I was crying my poor little heart out, but the comedy is so good sprinkled in this one, so it was a bittersweet sob. I do love the conversations the characters had surrounding death and how the hospice nurse was preparing Molly and her loved ones for it. Death is always sad, especially for the people who now have to navigate a life without their loved ones in it. And that's the part that really messed me up. I think the show was so well done, and I would definitely watch it again, but I just need to make sure I am more emotionally prepared going in the second time around. All 8 episodes of Dying for Sex are available right now on Hulu. If you watched the show, let me know what you thought in the comments.